Welcome back to Pablo Tescobar.
Tescobar.
Yeah, United chat. My boy Colo. You know what I'm saying?
My boy Marv, young Marv.
You know what I'm saying? But, what are we saying today, man? Talking about...
Yesterday was a bit... I don't know. I wasn't angry. Did you feel a bit... Because I wasn't. I tell you what,
I'm more the optimistic fan of both of us, innit? So, I would say, like, at the end of the day,
Mr. Optimistic.
I hoped we would have won. But considering how the team turned out in the second half, I didn't think so. I wanted a man to do something great. He did something great, so I can't argue. You man go back, watch his little goal reaction. You know what I'm saying? You see how we reacted when he scored his goal. It went off, innit? That's what I'm saying. Let's go check out the video now. But like otherwise than that, bro, the team didn't create too much. The chances they could create that they should have finished. Maguire had the best chance of the game.
He cleared it off the line. You know when your own defender's clearing it off the line, it's like, bro, do you guys even practice shooting on the training ground? I'm like, what you guys doing? Like,
you don't even need to practice shooting, bro. I expect better from United, innit? Like, obviously Maguire definitely should have finished his chance. No one there to stop him from scoring. He was watching the ball the whole damn way, and then you go and miss that, kick it onto the post. I don't even know how he got a corner again from that, but that was bookie. Then James had a nice one from Greenwood. I don't care if you didn't expect it, bro. You gotta finish.
Oh,
that.
the one he tried to finish with his right foot. Oh, he's one foot. That's not fit.
It was his left foot.
Was his left foot?
Yeah, but regardless,
he was coming
it
faster.
It don't matter, bro.
He couldn't adjust in time.
And he's Speedy Gonzalez. You don't tell me he can't adjust in time.
Back in Speedy, bro. He couldn't adjust in time. He's got no control of his pace yet.
Listen, I don't
care. That's
that
comes with experience. He hasn't got that yet.
Yeah, but regardless,
he couldn't change feet in time. I'm making very excuses for him.
Yeah, no. Regardless,
I'm trying to make excuses, but he really should have finished it. It was a sweaty. It was
facts. The only good point left in that game was
you were missing tap-ins. So technically in that game, 2 tap-ins were missed.
2 tap-ins are missed.
If it was FIFA, you'll throw your pad at the TV. If
it was
FIFA, you'll throw your pad at the TV. Like, how am I missing that? That's
worst part is like, after seeing what them man did and we got away with 2 goals that they've scored, you really think, right? Yeah, they didn't create too much after that. In all
fairness, we didn't control, but we kept them at a distance
and
until the last minute. And that's a couple of times it's happened this season.
But you know what, Dino?
Is this something to look at?
Is
that something to look at the manager, or is that something to look at the players?
You can tell me in the comments, innit? Like, do you think it was the defense's fault for not clearing the ball? Because we have big players that should have cleared that. Or do you think it's Dino's fault? I personally think it's Dino's fault, innit? Like, he should have saved that. 100% he should have saved that. It was straight at him.
You know what? No, you know what it is. It was the pace that beat him.
It don't matter, bro.
It does. Like, keepers can get beat at point blank.
At you.
Keepers can get beat point blank.
And you got a hand to.
That just says that the pace of the ball was too much.
You got to do better than that for me, personally.
You got to try and do better than that. But in all honesty, his reaction time and the pace of the ball, he couldn't get enough on it. He could not get enough on it. Playing as an ex-keeper, as short as I am, and that sometimes the ones that come straight at you, sometimes you can save it, your reaction is fast enough. Sometimes the reaction time is not there, and that goal just wasn't there, bro.
If you're talking from a keeper's point of view, I played the keeper at one point in it. All I'm gonna say
sometimes
is this.
Like point blank.
No,
it wasn't even point blank. It wasn't point
because
blank.
at my point in keeping, the only times I've been beaten, I saved the penalty once. I always hold on to that. Mad double save.
His one penalty save.
Say no more in it. Then, regardless, I think he should have saved that.
Coming at that pace.
Now, I think his issue was he came out like he was gonna come for the ball. The ball was too many people in front of him. The ball was too far away. Then he backstepped, and because he backstepped, he couldn't adjust in time to move his hands and flip the ball over. He's going backwards, so him trying to hit the ball over because he reacted in time to hit the ball. Because he tried to hit the ball over.
This is where De Gea would have never tried to come for that in the first place. He would have stayed in.
And he would have comfortably held that in his hands.
But you're the one who's calling for Dino, bro.
I still believe in Dino. He saved a lot of other chances and he's kept a lot of clean sheets in it. Can't say too much. Otherwise than that, I am pissed. We're going into the next leg. Bare injuries. 1-1 if the man have an away goal. We barely scored the first goal. All the man have to do is chill and know that they will score a goal against us, and that's game. We gotta go and score at least 2 to make this game interesting.
We got to go there and score.
But who's scoring for us, my brother?
Wait, we got a good away record.
I hear that.
Across all competitions this season. Somehow, when we're away from home, not Old Trafford, we seem to perform, bro.
Yeah, but there's no pressure on them. It's not always wins sometimes. This is why it's not Man City record.
Even if we go there and draw, we're good. We go through.
We don't, because it goes to extra time.
No, if it's like 2-2.
If it's 2-2, it's different.
If it's 2-2, we're through. If it's not 1-1, if we draw by more than 1 goals, we're fine. We're fine.
But that's still cutting it too close, because then they still only need 1 goal to switch the tie back into their favour.
Tomorrow.
So we need to be beating them by
I'm talking about when
goals.
the final whistle goes. If we're drawing, then we're good. If we're not drawing, if we haven't scored more than 1, then yeah, we're out.
But okay, you're saying if we haven't scored more than 1, but who's scoring all of these goals? As we saw in that game, Bruno had to drop into Uganda. Bruno went back to Uganda to pick up the ball so he can pass it forwards. For my man, from Ivory Coast. You know what I'm saying? Man went to Uganda to pass the ball. Like, my man's not in the centre of attention. My man's not New York. My man's not LA. He's not there, blood. He's not Hollywood at the moment because he's not where he needs to be. He's missing bare players around him. And there is no Rashford to create a moment of brilliance. Now Martial's gone. As much as he's not been doing this season.
This is where your boy comes. This is where your guy comes into play now. This is where Greenwood comes.
This is where I need Mace to finally step up. But this is another issue we spoke about in the live stream.
Like Macy's gonna do something great.
I want him to, and I always feel like he's got it in him in it. But this is what we said in the live stream.
That's the good thing about him. He's got it in him.
Unlike when he just came into the team, where it was just pretty much, I'm trying to get in and around the box, a 6-yard area, in between the posts if I can, and get a shot off. He's finding himself trying to go to pick up the ball to kick play, but then he's not getting into the positions he needs to fast enough to get the goals. Maybe he's not trusting his team because when Dan James got the ball, you know it's not coming back to you. Maybe it's just like if you go do it on his ones with Bill Rashford and that, it's pressure considering his age and he hasn't had that much time, innit? Yeah, he's almost played about roughly 2 years-ish. Not really, but in terms of like cameos and that, 2 years-ish soon. Yeah, you're thinking you should be doing a bit better, but not everyone's moving like Haaland. It's
almost like teams have figured him out, but he just hasn't got that. He hasn't been able to get that spark back. You know that. Every time he got in the box, it was like shoot, bang, yeah.
Like after that West Ham goal, I thought it would be back because that goal was disgusting.
It was, yeah. Everyone thought, yeah, he's gonna start banging now. Yeah, so we're still waiting for him to bang, and we all know he's capable of banging.
We all know, but we need it. But 2 goals against AC Milan, I can't see it. But can I see us conceding? Probably. But obviously, as per usual, when the game comes around, I'll be at my optimistic self that we're gonna win. I don't know where the goals are coming from, but that's that. Alright. But this is where we're coming to now. Young Kodo says he has a couple words to say about this new sporting director we've got, and our technical director of football, Darren Fletcher, and young John. Was it Murtough?
Murtough was it?
I believe the name is. I might be butchering it. Someone can correct me.
I am butchering it.
But regardless, he has some words. Personally, my view on these kind of things is this, innit? Let me say my piece, yeah. This is what I'm trying to say, innit? Look, if we're going to judge these men now, there's no point.
No, I'm not judging.
We're going to give them at least 2 years.
No, you know what it is?
Like, we're going to give them at least 2 years, innit? Why? I'm going to say why, innit? Firstly, the situation with the money with the club, they're not going to spend too much now. Not enough fans coming in. Hopefully, towards the end of the season, maybe after Euros, you have fans back in the stadium. Probably make it easier for next summer for them to do something. If that's not really happening and it's not changing the team, then yeah, you can start being a bit more judgy in it. But at the end of the day, we can't judge a book by its cover. We got to give these men time to shine in it. Okay. I don't know what they can bring, but I'm hoping they can be good things. I trust Darren Fletcher. I feel like more his role is to bring the youth players up to the first team, get them ready for the first team, playing in the first team. I feel like that's his role, and maybe other teams around, but I'm really just considering Man U's men first team, innit? So, in terms of young John, I don't really know what he's going to do.
John is a different
Kolo,
story.
take it away, man. Tell me what you got to say about this situation, innit?
We all cried for it. Every fan channel out there that's Man United, every United fan channel cried for it. Sporting
True.
director.
Facts. I agree.
So to me, basically, what it looks like is like Woodward heard it and said, "Okay, you want a director of football? I'll put one there." But it's the appointment that's a bit tricky because when you look at the appointment and then you look at the CVs, like, is he really the type of that we need?
What do you know about John Merton's CV? Tell us what you know.
Mostly, he's been when he worked for the Premier League. Was it the Premier League he worked for?
He worked for the Premier League for a bit. I think he was elite
performance. That's it. He was elite performance director, whatever, and when he was at Everton, he was sports science, head of sports science. And then when he came to us, his role for us was
what I know is obviously he's from Liverpool. Yeah. He was
this background.
True, head of
CV. I want to know the CV.
Head of performance.
I know bits and pieces. I want to know that.
Head of performance at Everton under Moyes. Yeah. Then
what did he do for us? He was
then he got moved up. Obviously, then he got moved up. Yeah. Regardless, we don't really care about that. Then he went to the Premier League and it was a head of elite performance. Yeah. Say what you want about that. Then he came to United in 2013 when Moyes came there. So he's been at United since 2013. And since then, he's been the head of football development. So after the football development job now, they've given him the sporting director job.
No, that CV tells me he's not a negotiator. That CV tells me...
But Matt Judge is the one that's still making the negotiations. It's not him.
Oh.
He's just
gonna identify players.
He's just trying to... To me, he's basically the middle guy between Solskjaer and Matt Judge, yeah, who's trying to get Matt Judge give Solskjaer his players. Yeah, and then he's trying to help Matt Judge. He's trying to help Matt Judge
identify better players.
And he's gonna be
trying to get more players. Because
to me, he
because
seems
the
like
last transfer market, Solskjaer did not.
He didn't get everything he wanted. So he seems to me, from what he's learned, is he's a guy of stats. He's been
there for a minute here. What difference is he gonna make to go from what he was doing to sporting director?
But this is what I'm saying. You've got to look at the jobs he's done before, innit?
Yeah, so none of that tells me...
That works for football nowadays. A lot of clubs are using stats to buy players.
Football develop... Oh, yeah, you mean the technical side to football.
But that's what stats... But this is what I'm saying. Stats don't tell you everything, but he's obviously still going to go out there and scout.
Obviously.
We still have scouts out there, so he's probably going to be like, look, we got scouts. He's not like him himself's going to go there. Maybe he's going to get... Maybe he's going to get a manager if they feel like he's worthy to go watch, or we might be able to get them.
He's a football guy.
You see what I'm saying?
He's a football guy. In a more... not empowering, more because he ain't got that much power.
Just saying in the mathematical sense and the statistics sense. He's a statistics side. He's a football guy. He's looking at that. He's trying to be like, yo, Matt Judge. You see, we want this guy.
Is he gonna be the right guy to identify future talents?
We got to see that.
Not only to identify future talents, but to identify talents that are at good prices. That Matt Judge is capable of going out there, and not only that, being able to compete with other clubs that want the same player. Because our problem right now is anytime any club wants a player, we don't get him.
But this is his job. His job is to sell the club to the players.
Oh, we got Alex for that, bro. We got Sir Alex for that. What's Alex's role at the club?
I'm pretty sure it's a senior role. He don't really do something like that.
He's like an ambassador. His job is to go there. Wait. What's his name? What's that guy? He's playing for what's his name? Gillingham? What's his name? He played for Birmingham and then went Dortmund.
Yeah.
Gillingham. What was his name?
I do know his name. It's slipping me at the moment, but I know he's talking about.
What happened? He came to Clarendon. He came there with Ferguson, the main guy. The guy who's hit half of our history is built on the back of, not even half. Nice portion of our history is built off of. Recent history is built off of. And he's still with Dortmund. So what does that tell you? He didn't buy what we were selling.
Bellingham, that's his name.
Jude Bellingham. He didn't buy what we were selling. When Ferguson's selling it to you and you're not buying it, man, what's the problem with the club?
I tell you what, I'll give it to you like this, yeah. And if I was, let's say, later on in life, hopefully if everything goes right in it, I want to get into like a bit of coaching in it. And personally, if I had a player, let's say in my club, and I thought, you know what, you've got the prospects for playing for some kind of club in it, and I thought you need to go for trials. Let's say somehow I could get him into Borussia Dortmund trials or Man U trials. Yeah, he goes into both. Let's say both of them want him. I would more advise my player to go to Borussia Dortmund because of their model of football than I would to go to United. Yes, United's model of football is to bring through youngsters, but firstly, at the age he is, 17, the chance of him starting because he plays Cam over like Bruno or probably Pogba, Van der Beek, no chance. Yeah, so it's like, you know, he has to go and play for the under 23s for a while before he can get in the club, which you're probably still gonna loan him out after, kind of like what they did with Palestri. If they don't loan him out, he's still got playing under 23s for a while. Yeah, you go Borussia Dortmund, the way they play football, if you play right enough and especially because you're a big signing coming there, you're gonna have to get game time because that's gonna be in your contract. You get game time and you play well, you get more eyes on you.
New director of football, this John, he's got a long way to go. Well, he's got a lot to do to impress me, bro. Because right now, to me, that looks like a publicity stunt.
I hear that.
It looks like, yeah, you guys want this, so I'm gonna put this in your face.
Okay.
So if it goes wrong, shut up, don't blame me, blame him. You wanted a director, you got one now. Oh, what? Same things is happening. Oh, you can't blame me. You got a director of football now.
So let me
But
ask you one
yeah,
question.
you're the only one with the power, though.
What would you say he needs to do to impress you? Because you said he has a lot to do. What would he need to do to impress you?
Just get the right signings. Don't spunk the money on unnecessary high profile player for no reason.
Okay.
Get the right players in at the right price.
I'll say this to you then, innit? Who do you think would be good signings for this team right now? Who do you think we need in this team? Because I personally is one player I think if we could buy in the summer, I would like Erling Haaland, innit?
Who's gonna provide him? You're gonna get Haaland to do everything himself?
No, but he's a different type of striker. And
we can't even provide the strikers we got.
Think about it like this, yeah. Remember when you watch United with Cavani playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
struggles to get chances.
Sometimes, but you see they create certain chances he can't get them, yada yada yada, and then certain movement that Haaland can do that Cavani can't at this point because he's a bit older because of his pace. Yeah, Haaland can use and that can exploit from me. He's already big. He's already physical. Yeah, his shooting. You cannot say anything about this guy's shooting. He just went and scored another brace in the Champions League. Man's like, oh, Mbappe, you scored, so you're on 4 goals in the knockout stage. Oh, I only scored 2 before. Let me just score 2 more.
So, let me put it this way. Okay, let me put it this way. You're saying Haaland, yeah.
Sit, man.
Oh, you're saying Haaland, yeah. Say Haaland's only able to score a goal a game, and our defense can't keep out a clean sheet. How many points does that drop to season? Even with Haaland?
Bruno will get you.
Okay, right now Bruno's doing what Haaland.
Rashford, when he's fit, if Haaland came back, will get you goals.
Yeah, I still think up front is not really that much for team. I said defensive mid is
but
priority because
around the world, what defensive mid do you see that you think you could poach in a team for a good price, as you like to say?
There's that Leeds player. What's his name? That guy plays some defensive midfield. Does a job for Leeds. What's his name?
Phillips.
Phillips. Yeah.
He's not a DM though. He's a ball playing DM.
He could come and do a better job than the 2 DMs we're doing, which will release like guys like Van der Beek and Pogba. All we need is an out and out DM and. Leicester's got a good DM, but I don't know.
A DM that would be nice is Declan Rice. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's saying Rice. Why is it? I don't see it.
Because Rice is tasty, you know what I'm saying? Rice goes with everything. And I feel like he'll fit into United.
He'll fit into this team, yeah. But I don't see
He'll do a better job than McTominay. I tell you why. He's playing in a what's it called? A West Ham team, yeah, where really and truly, yeah, he does a lot of defensive work that a lot of people don't see. because there's a reason why a lot of the time West Ham don't really have to
it.
worry about when they counter. Sometimes they can re-counter quick because Rice cleans up the passes.
Yeah,
He moves a little. I can't even say like Kante because Kante runs around like you see it. But he's a bit more like you could say like a carrot, but he still can tackle. Where it's like he's there to pick up the interceptions easy, and he can put a foot in nice. He wins his headers. He's got a nice pass on them. Yeah, you ain't got to worry too much, and he got a decent shot when he gets a chance in it. So it's like, why not take him and put him in the team? Rice, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, Holland. Come on, brother. That midfield has the whole Premier League shaking.
First of all,
that midfield has the
hell
Premier League shaking.
Pogba's even staying beyond this season?
If Pogba stays, supposedly he's open to a contract. I forgot the reporter's name.
Wait. Expect the worst.
I understand
Hope
that.
for the best.
I understand that. I feel like the only way he stays is if we win a trophy or two.
Best. But another thing, I won't mind him leaving. You don't have to deal with his agent. He's
really and truly, yeah, you do lose a bit. But if Van der Beek gets his fitness where he needs to be and his quality and strength where it needs to be, he'll fit into that Pogba role so perfectly. And Van der Beek with Rice next to him, moving like a Rolls Royce. Yeah, it would be perfect.
It could. That's what. I don't even care. As long as it's just someone who could do the job.
No centre back.
I don't even care.
Not right
There's
wing.
just so many centre backs, so many just like
right wing.
With the balls we've got, I'll be dreaming to start saying, yeah, this player, yeah, that player, yeah. 50. Have you seen our balls? Forget this thing, bro. It's a dream. I tell you, they will go. They're gonna go for Evans. That's what they go. That's what they go for. That's what they're gonna get. That's what they're gonna get. They're gonna go back to Leicester and be like, hang on, you ripped us off of Maguire, so for now we want Evans at half price. That's what they're gonna do. Yeah, that's what that move's gonna do. So don't tell me about Upper Wakano. Don't tell me about Koulibaly, that ship that sold 3-4 years ago. Don't tell me these big up-and-coming players, because the board we've
supposedly
got...
we might get
expect the worst, pray for the best.
Which we hear about every year or two.
He's using us to get a new contract. That's what he's doing.
Every year or two.
He's using us to get a new contract.
Would you want a Rafael Varane? He would fix up maybe Maguire's issue. He's also tall, good for headers, which is Lindelof's issue.
I would love him at United.
So, right. Press conference. It's a lot to talk about still, but
so yeah, he said
real quick.
Alright, first of all, he said Bayer is 100%.
Well, he says he's getting fitter, but he's fit enough to play the match. But I doubt he will play. Donny's only played 100 games in about 4 seasons. Tell me what I'll go on for that.
So yeah, so does he deserve a new contract? Hold fire, put him on the market.
I mean, how much do we rave about him when he comes into the centre back position?
Well, we rave and rant about him.
Exactly. So unless we're buying a new centre back,
play until he breaks, but no.
Unless we're buying a new centre back, you can let that contract run out, but you can also sell him off. So don't do that.
Run out and well, that seems to be an MO. Just let the contract run out.
One of the biggest things and the biggest news you need to talk about from this press conference is our injury list.
Oh,
so we're running out
of
mad list of players.
Right,
Who we got injured?
Pogba, he's out. Matza, he's out. De Gea, he's isolating.
Isolating pretty much. But he's also out.
The DVB, he's out. Jesus, who else is there?
Martial is a doubt. Probably out. Rashi's out.
Cavallo, he's out.
Cavani's
Cavallo, you know.
Cavallo.
Yeah, Hota Cavallo. Yeah, he's Cavani, he's out. So we got Pogba, Rashi, Cavani, De Gea, Mata, and DVB.
Martial is out.
Oh, Marshall's out as well.
Pretty
much. Marshall too. I was holding hope Marshall was okay.
He didn't care one bit, do you, fam? You don't care about him in the team.
Nah, Marshall does a lot.
But what is that?
No, I'm Team Ricky on this. Hold tight United stand. Hold tight Ricky. I'm Team Ricky on this, yeah. He does the little things well. His problem is he doesn't bust a gut to get into that box.
Facts.
One of the problem is he knows the ball's not coming. Why am I gonna bust a nut? I'm gonna walk.
Bust a nut to get in the box. You didn't come short to bust a quick wank to get the ball, blood. Like The Donny just.
I just said boss
The
my
only
back.
time
I
he-
said boss
the-
my back, not boss on that.
Bro, pause on that. But
Pause on that one.
The only
But
time, this Donny comes towards the ball is when he comes short to hold it up. Yeah. What I'm saying is, what do we get left with up top? Greenwood,
Greenwood.
Darlow.
He needs a lot of help.
And Dan James
A lot of help.
with Bruno.
Gangales is my guy.
Because what?
Speedy.
They're not playing.
FIFA.
They're not playing Sholatiri. I doubt
Bro,
you're seeing
With
Sholatiri.
all this,
I'm hearing it's on the grapevines of Twitter, but we don't really know until we see it.
yeah.
Is there's a supposed truth, maybe like into it that Hugo, I believe his name, Joe Hugo,
Yeah.
he under 23s plays, good striker still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've been raving about him. Lately.
Can come into the first team and maybe get on the bench because there's a striker shortage. Who knows? He's a tall youth. He's not physical enough for the Prem though. At versus West Ham, don't know how well. Maybe give him. Yeah,
I
give him
wouldn't
10
even
minutes.
give that.
Maybe give him 15 to take off. No, give Diallo 60. Then put him on and put Greenwood on the right.
You think this? If we're chasing this game, this guy's gonna give these kids a chance?
I don't think we'll be chasing it.
I think we'll be chasing the game. Like you said, who's gonna score?
We always
Well,
struggle
like-
against West Ham. I can say that.
Like
for a
you said,
fact.
England. Exactly. We're already won. You've hit the nail on the head. You know when you play dots, bullseye. You've hit that, yeah. You've hit the bullseye.
You know what I'm saying?
One,
Accuracy.
we
top bits.
we already struggle against West Ham.
Yeah.
Two, we've got no out and out goal scorer yet.
Irie.
Yeah. Who's gonna get our goals? For you to say we're not gonna be chasing the game.
Bruno. He carries Unitido. That's about it, bro.
Show's over. Show's over. I'm gonna do a Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan, mate.
Fucking hell.
Man, so Bruno can't carry the whole team the
His
whole
back's hurting,
season.
lads.
His back's starting to hurt, bro. As much as he could pretend Hercules and that, no, don't worry, boss. I'm good. I've got the whole team. I'm good. You're not Superman, bro. Bullets don't bounce off of you. And right now, when everywhere you go, bro, everyone's sharpening up their studs for him and that. Like,
True,
Bruno's coming. You know that machine they use to sharpen up things and that. Studs are getting sharpened for him. Why? Because they all know shut him down and look, where's it coming from?
Alright.
Snow. Show.
Since we're talking about Bruno, we're talking
Let's
about
talk
our first
about
team.
Bruno.
Let's talk about the game coming up. We're at home.
They're one of those ones we whooped back when and that.
That's it. Whip them back into shape.
Back into whoa, it was a whipping because they're sitting fifth.
They're not that far away from us though. If you look
So
at it,
it
they're
woke
about
them
5 or
up.
6
Yeah,
points
it woke
behind.
their ass up. That's what it did. He woke their ass up.
Let's If
Well,
we lose
you
this
know
game,
what?
it's gonna be
Well,
peak for our Premier League's top 3 hopes.
We're at home.
We're at home. Yeah, 7:15 kickoff and that. Catch us here for the live stream. Back again for that. You know what I'm saying?
But,
Here, running it through. You get me? The Irie man.
So they played well. When we played West Ham, they played well, but they didn't have Antonio.
Hate
that
watching us play West
that
Ham.
worked in our favour. Now, Antonio's there.
He's there, brother. He's back like the Terminator.
Terminator.
Yo.
Come with me if you want to live. You know?
I'll be back. And he's like, I'm back.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, that's Antonio right now. That's only because when we played the first time, Antonio wasn't there. I was like, yeah. But West Ham gave us a game, and we got away with it. It was away. It was.
And we got away with it because that ball went off the pitch. You know,
came
kicked
back
off the
over.
pitch. Pogba scored a banger, and then we got another one. You know what I'm saying?
We got away with it.
Yeah.
Their defense against our attacks is gonna be like man against boys. Especially if there's no Marshall, no Rashi, and no Cavani.
I hear that.
You gotta play speedy.
It is men against boys still. It is men against
Greenwood.
boys. 21, 22, 19 and 18.
Man against boys for real.
Suchek. Thomas Suchek. Yeah. He's a big threat to worry about in the upcoming match. You see how we love to say McTominay don't watch runs and everything that goes past him?
Yeah.
Suchek like to make late runs.
Late runs, yeah.
So he's going to come in for that late ball. No one's marking him header. No one's marking him volley. No one's marking him bang that in. I feel like they might pay Ben Rama, you know, but Oh, actually, Bowen is probably a more go-to since Lingard came. He stopped playing. But you are my 11. I can tell you what I've got. So my hopeful 11 is Dino is gonna stay in goal because there's no Dave. Wan-Bissaka is taking up his place at right back because he's played some of the most minutes in the Premier League all season. Maguire is gonna take up his place there centre back because he's also played gajillion tons of minutes. We all know he's not gonna play Bailly. Unfortunately, he's gonna play Lindelof because Bailly played on the weekend. No, midweek yesterday. So it's Lindelof, and then Shaw. So my back four is Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Dino, and goal. Midfield, like this is pretty much gonna be it anyway. It's the Fred, and it's the McTominay. It's the Max Sauce Fred combo. Bruno in front. Then we're gonna have Dan James on the left, Mace on the up top, and I think he's probably gonna give a start to Diallo. The only reason he wouldn't have given a start to Diallo is if Mata wasn't injured. And because he is, I don't think he has any other choice. Tell me your thing.
One against West Ham, Amber's not starting.
Big team, true, but who else would he play?
The team I think he's going to go with, I think he's going to pull one out of his arse. You know why? Because he experimented with it. He did,
Tell me your so my formation is a 4-2-3-1, innit? What's your formation?
Like he's gonna change formation to on Sunday.
He could do
He's
gonna
be
like, 3 at the back, 5 at the
I'm
back,
gonna
6
change
at
the
the back,
formation.
7 he might go 7 at the back, bro.
Don't make me call him
Listen, his head is sporting. Let's move.
We've been talking, I haven't used that word yet. Don't make me use it. But we know what he's playing. 4-2-3-1. We know how he's playing.
Go on.
4-2-3-1. We know how he's playing.
Tell us what I want.
The obvious team will be Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Fred, McTominay, Daniel, Bruno, Greenwood. And he said he wasn't sure about Marshall. Not that he's 100% not playing on Sunday. He wasn't sure. They're going to see on Sunday. Which means we're going to give him some injections and then we're going to force him to play one more game before he goes.
I feel like instead of Martial, if anyone, it might be Rashford. I know he said they're doubtful and they probably won't play. But if anyone that he's really going to push through, Rashi is. But
Rash is injured.
That is true, but if there's anyone he wants to.
I put up my notes. Yeah, I didn't put up my notes. Because I'm not. Yeah, he said Anthony, we're going to see with him. He might be injured.
But that's what I'm saying. If anyone he would take out to, he'd take Rashi.
It could be Rashi, yeah. But Greenwood and Aaron and Marshall. That's what I think he's going to play. But
so you think he's trying to pull a fake and say Martial can't make it?
No, not a fake, but he's trying to rush Marshall.
I hate that.
But he could try. He could go left field and put Snow where Greenwood is, and just put Greenwood up the top.
Put who?
Shaw.
Yeah. And put Tellers out. Right. Yeah. So Shaw's attacking.
Yeah. Just left field, bro.
So it's technically him and Tellers switching between who's playing left centre back.
Yeah, man. Go like this. If I was a manager, I'll do that, bro. I'll throw them off and just look at them. You know what? I'm gonna close down the left hand side, Shaw and Tellers. Force them on the right hand side. Daniel, you're gonna have to do a lot of running, which I know Speedy Gonzalez could handle it, man.
Daniel would be.
He'll be up for it, man. Because all the attacks is gonna come down that side. You're gonna have to help Aaron.
Alright, so tell me, man, what you got for full-time scores, innit? Predicted scores?
If we win, I'm gonna say 2-1.
Not if we win. It's if we predict we win or not.
If we don't win, it's gonna be 1-1. Or if we lose, it's gonna be like 2-1, 1-0. We're gonna lose. I don't see. He's not gonna be over 2.5. I'm gonna go for under 2.5.
If you're a betting man, take up what Cola saying.
Under, man. It's gonna be under. I feel it. I feel it's gonna be under. I don't feel anything.
So for my score predictions, this is what I'm coming up with, innit? We're gonna sneak a 1-0, a Bruno penalty, and we're gonna dip out of London. Not even London. They're gonna dip back to London crying. That's all I can say. That's all I can hope for. Like Bruno needs about 5 more goals to equal Lampard's record, about 6 to break it. If I'm not wrong, 5 to break it. So get your casual pen and let's get it moving. You know what I'm saying? You got about 10 games left in the league. Maybe 1 more game left in Europa. If we're lucky, a couple more. So here for the Tottenham Arsenal game first streaming.
That should
We
be a
ain't
good
really
game.
got stakes in any, but we want both teams to lose, but it's not really gonna happen.
I don't really care for it, both teams, because both teams are.
Tottenham's close enough.
9 points.
We could take
Arsenal.
Arsenal winning and Tottenham losing.
Yeah, I'll take
yeah.
Arsenal. I'll take Arsenal.
This is it for us, innit? For the United chat of my boy Colo. Like, catch us again for the United game. We're gonna be streaming the
We're going to start
Arsenal,
streaming the
Tottenham.
Arsenal Tottenham as well.
Yeah, come through for that.
So check that.
Drop some comments. Tell us what you man are thinking about the YouTube, the content at the moment. What we can do to be better. What you man are liking. What you man don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Comments, let us
Drop
know.
your comments. Let us know. It will improve. Innit? We're here for the fans. Yeah, we're here for you, man, and that's what it's about.
Right.
But
To the next one,
to
bro.
the next one, my guys.
Peace, man.